Hello, hello. Okay, I think my mic's on. I don't know if it's loud enough. So today is the South Carolina primary, and it's already announcing a winner for Joe Biden. I do believe. Oh, so here we go. Some results just starting to come in now. In here, which is Joe Biden in first place with 66.2%. Tom Steyer with 15. Bernie Sanders with 9.5, Buttigieg with 3.5, Warren with. Okay, here we go. Some results are coming in. I think, did they add that animation recently? How did? Oh yeah, I looked it up and I saw Cory Booker develop Patrick John Delaney and Andrew Yang, Michael Bennett. All these candidates here have dropped out. It's probably um some voting, early voting, and it was probably before they dropped out. Actually, move this tab all the way over, this one too. Move this one all the way over, this one here. We'll just leave that up. So let's see. So Donald Trump won in 2016, Hillary won in 2016, but Newt Gingrich won in 2012, which was actually Mitt Romney to gain the nomination. Barack Obama won in 2012. Barack Obama won in 2008. John McCain won in 2008. John Edwards won in 2004. George W. Bush won in 2004. Al Gore 2000, and George W. Bush in 2000. So the goal for this stream is for us to hit 200 subscribers. We are only 3 away, so if you're new to the stream, please go and subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell. 70.1% currently for Joe Biden, 13.6% for Steyer, 10% for Sanders. What is it saying on here? It's saying most likely to be 10% or more victory. That's very large. We have our first comment from someone. Yo, what's up? Who do you think is gonna win the? Well, we kind of know who's gonna win the South Carolina primary, but who do you think will come in second place? Put it down below, as well as if you think Joe Biden isn't actually gonna win the South Carolina primary, put who you think will win. Any new results in? Biden faces 2 big problems heading into Super Tuesday. Bloomberg has cut into his base, and Sanders, who has simply won more contests than he has. So you think Sanders is gonna win the second, or come in second place? I think he will too. I think. Oh, here, some more results coming in. On the map, I'll pull up 2016 in a minute or two. Just setting up my comments on my phone right now. here we go, CNN 2016, and we will pull up South Carolina. Last time Hillary Clinton won by 73.5%, and Sanders received 26% of the vote. Results slowly coming in now. A little less than 1% in, and a couple counties have reported. Chester is the currently looks like the most in. Yeah. Go to the predicted. Okay. So it has shown a shift all the way back to Biden and a lot of the southern states, as well as Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Missouri, as well as a slight boost for him in South Dakota. But it's still showing a 51 for Sanders. I think a big test is how is Biden going to perform today. If he's going to be in line with his polling, above, below. Here. Oh, Biden already received 20 delegates, and Sanders got 6. They're already receiving delegates. Click on Oklahoma. Okay, there we go. Biden's up 14 cents and Sanders down 14. Bloomberg's up 1. Let's do a 24-hour, about the same. 30-day. Sanders was leading for quite a while there too. It was in line for a while, and then Sanders took the lead, and it's showing Biden is having a return. We'll see if that continues to Super Tuesday, which I will also be live streaming. Check that out on Tuesday this coming week. Let's pull up the, let's go to the Democratic. Let's see who dropped out. Booker dropped out. Ying dropped out. Castro dropped out. Bennett dropped out. Delaney dropped out. Williamson dropped out. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in Iowa, I know it's 12, 13, 6, 8, and 1 at the moment. Still contested for that last delegate. New Hampshire is it 9, 9, and 6? It's not showing up because it is a tie. In Nevada, what was Nevada? I know Sanders won. Do you think Michael Bloomberg will collapse? I think if he does get 100 to 200, maybe even 300 delegates, during Super Tuesday, he will continue. But if he's under 100 delegates, I think he would drop out. I think his debate performance was very bad. I didn't watch the last debate too much, but in the prior debate, he did not perform at all well. Is it 24 for Sanders here? 24, 9 for Biden, and 3 for Buttigieg. So this is what we were at before coming to the night. Sanders with 45 delegates, Biden with 15, Warren with 8, Buttigieg with 25, Klobuchar with 7. And the current state of South Carolina. Oh, is there even... Hold on, I thought that was South Carolina for a second. Let's refresh. 20 so far received by Biden. And what is it? 6 for Sanders at the moment. So this is where we're at now. Sanders still winning. Well, currently leading, not winning. More results slowly coming in. No county yet has gone to anyone but Biden. Currently I have 4 people live watching. If you're new, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. We are 3 subscribers away from hitting 200. Let's pull this over here. So let's look at the current. Oh, I think some more results came in. No. Okay. Last time. So we're gonna go. Where's the county that had a good amount of results in? So 345 in Chester. So last time it had about 2,500 votes. We'll see if it passes. It probably will. Pretty sure there should have been. I thought I saw another county come in. So it looks like most of these are having Tom Steyer or Bernie Sanders at the moment in second place in those counties. But all of them currently have Joe Biden in first. This was my last prediction based upon polling versus average difference and putting it into the polls for prediction. Since then, the polls have rapidly changed. We did it around this period of time, and since then, Biden went from about 24, 25 to up to almost 40%. Before all the results come in, we are going to do this. So 39.7 for, oh, that's Bernie Sanders. 39.7. What is Bernie Sanders at? 24.3. 24.3. Pete Buttigieg is at, I don't know why I keep going that way. It's right there. 11.3. Elizabeth Warren was at 6%. Amy Klobuchar. Let's see any updates. Slightly more coming in. Biden's still leading with 63.8%. Where am I at? Amy Klobuchar, 5.7. Same as Tom Steyer, 11.7. Tulsi Gabbard is at 2.3. Currently 30-point lead for Biden, 2.7%. And okay, yeah, some more results have just come in, and Pete Buttigieg jumping into second place at this moment, and Bernie Sanders falling into fourth. There's one county that Pete Buttigieg is currently leading in as well. All right, we're going to add in the now prediction after getting the final polling. So 24.3 plus 3.1, 27.4, 39.7 minus 1.6, 38.1, 11.3 plus 3.6 is 14.9, 5.7, 8.8, 10, and 1.3. Currently have 8 people in the stream, so if you're new, please go and subscribe. We are already only 3 subscribers away from hitting 200, so go and subscribe now. As well as please go like the video and hit the notification bell. Any new delegates given? Nope. 3% reporting on here, 11,000. So yeah, this is slightly lagging behind on the New York Times, but I do like the New York Times the best out of any for election results, just because you could see county by county easier. Received more votes in 14 of the South Carolina's 46 counties. We're still waiting on the precincts in 46. Let's go back to here. So this is slightly more in at the moment. 3%, 11,000 for Biden, 4,000 for Sanders, 2.6 for Steyer, 1.7 thousand for Buttigieg, 1.3 thousand for Warren, 850 about for Klobuchar, 271 for Tulsi Gabbard, 48 for Andrew Yang, and the rest so on have dropped out in the past. Any new results before I go to predict it? Oh, thank you to the person who has just subscribed. We are now 2 away from hitting 200 subscribers. Alright, I'm going to head over to predict it. You said Ohio, yeah. So roughly the same. Sanders slightly down. We're going to go to a 30-day. So yeah, it was all the way up to 74 to 15, and it looks like Biden had a slight return. I still think Sanders will edge out Ohio or slightly win it in the lean margin. More results coming on in now. Do you think Steyer should drop out if he doesn't get 15%? I absolutely do think he should drop out if he doesn't get 15%. He campaigns so much in the state of South Carolina. He also did in Nevada, but South Carolina was his state. He was campaigning here so much. He spent the most money. He was here the longest. I think if he doesn't gain even 1 delegate, he should drop out after South Carolina. He has no chance ahead if he doesn't get any delegates after South Carolina. Same results roughly in Google. How many remain in South Carolina? 28 delegates, so about half. If you've not yet done so, I do have a Twitter page. I do state predictions. I put polls out there, so I really recommend checking it out and possibly even following me on there. I'm going to leave it down in the description. There's no TV showing results at Pete Buttigieg rally tonight at blah blah. Oh, thank you to the person who has just subscribed. We're now only one away. And we have just hit 200 subscribers. Thank you to every single person who has subscribed. And hopefully we will be able to see the final results by the end of tonight as well. Finally, because all of these states have had long periods of time for their actual results, and they shouldn't be taking this long. But thank you to every single person who has subscribed. Thank you. How do you think Biden will... How much would you... Okay, let me pull up what I think will happen. So let me just duplicate this. So currently he's at 20 delegates and Sanders is at 6. It's showing correct. Let's update this just in case. Yeah. So I think Biden will probably go up to about 29-ish. Sanders probably go up to about 17, 16. Steyer, I am guessing, will receive about 9 delegates, but this would be my current prediction as of now for South Carolina. Any new results coming on in? Challenger for Biden. Sanders has built up a strong base in California, particularly with Latinos, and some moderates have coalesced around Bloomberg. Oh yeah, I forgot. In California, like Sanders is doing very good, and Warren's actually having a return again. Biden at only 11%, so he may not even gain any delegates, which is a very bad sign come Super Tuesday. But we will see the results come in for South Carolina, and if it is good for him, it'll probably be going back into the positive for him. Congrats on 199. Someone unsubscribed. Let's go here, see if there's any new results coming on in. Joe Biden's still leading, but with 50% of the vote. 17.6% for Sanders, 11.5% for Steyer, 8.3% for Buttigieg, and so on. Currently have 7 likes. If you're new to the channel, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. So wait, where's Biden doing the worst currently? Looks like Greenville. Wait, yeah, Greenville looks like. And Bernie Sanders is in second there. I thought Cory Booker dropped out way before the primaries. It wasn't like over a month before, too. Results slightly stall. Oh, here we go. Some new results slightly coming in now. Let's go back here. Well, I know there is results coming in, just the New York Times being slightly slow for results. Massachusetts, Sanders leading. Now, if Warren doesn't win Massachusetts, she probably would drop out. It's very close, though, in the polling currently. I wonder what Charleston's gonna come in as well as Columbia. The results last time, I know Hillary won every county, but I think, where was it? Trying to find, she did very well in this region more, but, well, she did well throughout, South Carolina, but I think, yeah, Charleston, I think Sanders actually did pretty good, and even though the South Carolina primary last time went heavily to Hillary, he won about 30-ish%. 198. People keep unsubscribing. I hit my peak at 200. On the question of a Biden bounce, even a small one would be a huge help. Could get him to viability in delegate-rich states like California or Texas. Is this updating? Yeah, there's like what 5,000 more votes currently in by the Associated Press compared to the New York Times for Biden. It's currently showing that Biden's going to receive 33 or more delegates. What did I predict? I predicted 20. Well, that's if Steyer doesn't gain any, then he could win like 35. Oh, I should bring up 538. Is it 538 Democratic primary? Who won the Democratic primary? So currently it's showing a 52% chance that there's going to be a contested convention, which I could definitely see coming ahead. We'll see how Super Tuesday goes, but at this moment I see a contested convention ahead. 1/3 chance for Sanders, 1 in 6 chance for Biden, and it's showing 1,670 delegates for Sanders, 1,270 for Biden, 573 for Bloomberg, 224 for Warren, 172 for Buttigieg, and 61 for Klobuchar. So this is what it said: 32 for Biden, 14 for Sanders. Oh, there we go. Finally, some results coming in. It's been so long. And we got Charleston County starting to come in. I think this is the biggest county out of South Carolina. Biden leading pretty largely there. $18,000 now for Biden. 16,000 on here. If you're new to the channel, please go and subscribe. Help me hit 200 subscribers. We hit it once this stream, and we lost 2 subscribers after. We got some results coming in now. Biden still gaining more and more votes. Let's see. What was the total votes in Charleston last time? About 40,000 votes total, and there's only about 6,000 in. More votes slowly coming in. 21,000 now for Biden, 5,798 for Sanders, 5,000 for Steyer, 3,000. Oh, here we go. We're now 2% in, according to the New York Times, but according to the Associated Press, it's currently 5% in. Surprised no one else is winning any other counties at the moment. So many total votes cast last time? So about 350, no, about 360, 370. So let's say about three. Okay, let's actually do a prediction on the votes. So I'm gonna take votes. Let me bold that. Say that there's about three. What was it? 371 plus that. That's about 370. We're gonna say there's about 380,000. 385 total votes. We're gonna do, so it's 27.4 for Sanders on the current prediction with adding in the average difference. So that'd be 105,490, which I don't think is gonna happen. We'll see. Well, we'll see actually the total votes, so I'm not really sure at this moment. 146,685 for Biden. $14.9 for Buttigieg, which would be 57,365. 5.7 for Warren, which would be 21,945. Amy Klobuchar is 8.8, so it'd be 33,880. 10% for Tom Steyer, which would be 38,500. 1.3 for Tulsi, which would be 5,005. That's when we add in the predicted votes, slightly higher than 2016, and then adding in the prediction from taking the polling and adding in the average difference. Give me 1 second. Right, I'm back. There we go, slightly more votes coming in. %, according to the Associated Press. Amy Klobuchar risks being a one-state candidate on Super Tuesday, winning only her home state of Minnesota. Think of John Kasich in 2016, who won Ohio. I do think Amy Klobuchar will win her home state if she doesn't drop out tonight, which I don't think she will drop out. I think she'll go through Super Tuesday, and we'll decide afterwards. Could Biden take the delegate lead? He can. Well, you mean tonight or in general? Because I could answer both if you want me to, or just one of them. I'll go first for tonight. So at the moment, Sanders is at 6. Let's just say Biden just receives all the other delegates for tonight, and he would take the lead, but it's not realistic that he will receive 42. So let's say it's like that. Let's say Sanders gets about 6. where he's currently at, Biden gets about 37, which is possible. But let's say Steyer jumps to 11, which I don't think will happen, but it's possible that Biden could take the lead tonight. It would be very hard. Well, let's say he gets that. He could time if he gets 42 and Sanders gets 12. 33-point lead. $27,917 currently, and for Biden, $9,244 for Sanders, $6,182 for Steyer. We get more results from Charleston. When we get more results from Charleston, that should help clarify the second and third place candidates. Less than 1% reports so far. If you're new to the stream, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. We're 2 away from hitting 200. We did hit it earlier, but since then we went back down to 198. But I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and help me and the channel reach 200 subscribers. Quick quiz match. Guessing RCP is updating, yeah. So Biden roughly about to hit 100%, 100,000 votes total. Now leading Amy Klobuchar in total votes. 8% reporting Joe at 52, Bernie at 16.6. Oh, here we go. More results coming in. Let's see this, if that's what he's talking about. 25. Okay, did Biden just gain 5 delegates? I think he did. Yes, he did. He gained 5 more delegates, adding to his column. More results coming on in now. And we got Richland County starting to come in. Charleston's having some early results still. Elizabeth Warren doing pretty good there for versus her overall result. By now, over 30,000 votes, and no other candidate has reached 10,000 or higher yet. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden won every single county here, too. So what's the total delegates now at? Biden is at 40, correct? Yes. 40 delegates for Biden, 51 for Sanders, 8 for Warren, 25 for Buttigieg, 7 for Klobuchar. Now, I forgot, I know that they did a recount in Iowa. If they did decide that final vote, Iowa Democratic Caucus results. Okay, yeah, they did. They finally did get that last delegate, so now I could add in that one for Pete Buttigieg. %, and according to the New York Times, %9% in on the Associated Press, and Sanders now reaching over 10,000 votes. Should be updating any second now with some county results too. If you have any questions or comments in the meantime, just leave them down below. Hillary actually did receive more votes in Columbia than she did in Charleston. And I think Biden has now reached, yes, he has now reached over 100,000 votes total in every single state counted so far. And I think Gabbard has finally reached over 10,000. If Biden could go over Buttigieg, that'd be very good for him tonight. Total votes, 37,000 for Biden now. Here, this is the closest looking county so far, which is Pickens County. 35% for Biden, 26 for Sanders, 12 for Steyer, and 10 for Buttigieg. Let me just pull this down. Oh no, I can't, because I thought it was going to say percentage-wise for each candidate, but there's so many candidates it'd be hard to do. I think Biden is probably going to get maybe now about 38 to 40 for the night, and we'll see where Sanders goes and if Steyer gains delegates. Currently have 8 people live watching the stream currently, so if you are new, please go and subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos come out. I will be live streaming Super Tuesday, so go check that out this coming up Tuesday. It's about, 3 days away? So it'll be very interesting to watch, so make sure you check that out. I'll probably be releasing a prediction sometime before that on the states. What the heck? Why is it showing I just didn't have anyone for like 20 minutes? Even though I've had my phone up and it's always said at least like 3 people. kind of stalling, so that means there's probably a lot of results about to come out. 30, almost 40,000 votes now for Biden on the Associated Press. Concern among Biden allies, has Bloomberg gained enough traction to put a cap on any momentum Biden generates tonight? Oh yeah, we'll finally actually see how Bloomberg is doing with spending all this money as he's been, as well as his rising poll numbers, but his terrible debate performance. We'll see how he does, and if it actually goes as bad as it could be against Biden or not that bad. We'll see. If he does really good, it's going to show bad signs for Biden. Not that, let's say Biden gets like 14%. Bloomberg gets like 14%. They're not going to gain delegates at all, and it'll help Sanders actually. Steyer looking to hit over 10,000 votes shortly. I don't know if he has over 10,000 on the Associated Press yet. No. If Sanders reaches over 200,000 votes, that'll be pretty decent to good for him. That's only 32,000 more, so about 45,000 votes he'll have to receive. Biden could raise more money than normal on a winning night. The early call gives donors more hours to give. It also is an end of month filing deadline. In South Carolina, results that are in so far, Biden looks to be sweeping across the upstate, which was supposed to be Sanders' strongest region. The upstate was supposed to, okay, I'll have to look at that. More results slightly coming in. I don't know if, was that supposed to be the strongest? I mean, it looks like this county here was pretty, these two here are pretty good for Sanders at the moment. If he can flip, he could possibly gain those two. We'll get those two counties. He's doing alright in Richland, but Biden is doing very well. South Carolina results that are in so far, Biden looks to be sweeping. Okay, I already read that. Klobuchar doesn't even have a campaign rally tonight. After her afternoon event in Portland, she's speaking at a Democratic Party dinner in North Carolina. Now 44,000 votes in for Biden, almost 15,000 for Sanders, getting close to 10,000 for Steyer. About 13% currently reporting on the Associated Press, and about 8% in for the New York Times. On the New York Times, Biden now passing 40,000. Charleston only having initial results still coming in. Looks like Biden's starting to challenge Buttigieg in total votes. Could possibly go over him. Well, in delegates now he's ahead of Buttigieg, right? Yeah. Hold on, let me see any new delegates. 25-6. Tom Perez defends the rigorous debates that some think hurt Democrats. He says, look at 2008 South Carolina debate with Obama, Clinton, Edwards. Folks, what do you think would be a big Biden margin tonight, even for him to get a serious momentum bounce, 10 points or higher? I think if he gets about, a big win. Yeah, I would say 10 points or higher would be a big win. No, look at South Carolina. Kamala Harris is currently third most likely to win it. At some point, Sanders did actually have a slightly higher chance, and he just fell apart recently. Tom Steyer's one vote away from hitting 10,000. So it looks like Tom Steyer's doing better here, but Sanders is doing better here for second place, and Sanders is doing better in this area. Wonder if probably CNN actually has poll closings. Not what's it called for like race, gender, income. South Carolina Democratic primary, CNN. CNN, no. It's sometimes so hard to find because CNN's sometimes really annoying. Here we go. Does it hit, or was it Politico? Or no, here, exit polls. Any new results on here? No. Okay. I don't know why it only says 14 on here, even though the Associated Press has more. Let's go exit polls. So Biden's winning both males and females, but 58% of the current vote is female. Biden's slightly doing better with females. Sanders doing better with males. With white voters, Sanders is actually doing very well, but with the African American or black voters, Biden's doing substantially very, very well there. What's predicted look like? About the same. Klobuchar is slightly leading in Minnesota. I think she'll win. It'll be close, though. Pennsylvania's slightly trending back. Illinois, Biden surging. New York, Biden slightly up. Up in New Jersey. Sanders is actually winning 17 to 29-year-olds, which is only 11% though. He does worse each time moving older, but the older you are, if you're a Democrat, you're most likely to vote for Biden currently. (17 to 24). Sanders gets 40%, 47 if you're 25 to 29. Now a tie with 30 to 30. Okay, because that's 30 to 44. If you're 45 and older, you're most likely voting for Biden. More results coming in. Biden now nearing 50,000 votes. White voters under 30, under 44. Biden is the comeback kid, right? I mean, we'll see what the final results, but he's definitely doing very, very, very well currently. Actually, he's not just doing well, he's doing very good. Sanders is winning white no college, slightly over Biden. This was white men no degree. Oh, it's weird. Sanders is not winning the very liberal group. He's only he's at 29%. First-time voters is closer. 18% is actually a lot for first-time voters in the Democratic primary. Buttigieg doing very good with first-time. Any new updates? Biden now over 50,000 votes. Buttigieg now nearing 10,000. So the biggest thing is, can they beat Trump at showing, instead of agrees with issues? The government plan that for all it's actually a pretty split decision there. Turn to Obama's policies, be more conservative than Obama, be more liberal, which Sanders is winning. Feelings about the Trump administration. 4% are enthusiastic. 7% are say. Why is 11% of the Trump voters voting if 4% of them are enthusiastic? 40% are dissatisfied and 46% are angry. Best understanding concerns of racial ethnic minorities. Wait, why is this chart laid out? This is a very confusing chart. Vote Democratic November, regardless of the nominee. Yeah, 81% are saying yes, 17% are saying no. Opinion of Joe Biden, 78% favorable. Michael Bloomberg, 26% favorable, 66% unfavorable. Pete Buttigieg, it's split. Amy Klobuchar, slightly more unfavorable. Bernie Sanders, slightly more favorable. Tom Steyer's, favorable. Favorable for Warren. When did you decide who you'd vote for? Just today, 40. Okay, before that, 38% had already an idea. So it never was really came close, and polling was just pretty off in South Carolina because it's showing that people are pretty consistent. Any new delegates? Nope. 20% currently in. Biden at 52%, about 17.8 for Sanders, 12.2 for Steyer, 7.1 for Buttigieg, 6 for Warren, 3.4 for Klobuchar, 0.9 for Gabbard, and so on have already dropped out of the race. If you're new to the stream, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. We're 2 subscribers away from hitting 200. I'd really appreciate if you would subscribe and help the channel reach 200. I will be live streaming Super Tuesday, so check that out. It'll be in 3 days about, and I will be releasing a prediction before it comes out. Come on, don't slow down. So Biden did the best actually in rural areas and did the worst in suburban. Sanders did the best in urban so far. Wait, up County, Sanders doing the best, and Low County, Sanders doing pretty good as well. Doing the worst in Central, and I'm guessing Steyer, yeah, is doing out of him, he's doing the best in Central. Wait, where's this PD? What? Where's that? Biden now nearing 70,000 total votes. Buttigieg about to hit over 10,000, and Warren right behind him. Let's go to predict it. Update this 5330. Same. Top 3 finish for Steyer. Yeah, I would definitely say Steyer would be in the top 3. Top 3 finish for Buttigieg. He had it was showing he actually had a small chance. Minnesota's going to be interesting. It's been really up and down with a lot of different candidates. Even if you pulled up Warren, well, it's been too long now. Warren was in the lead right before that. Now Pete Buttigieg has surpassed 10,000 votes. Biden at over 70,000, and Sanders at a quarter of 100,000. Let's pull up here. So now Biden has received more votes than Buttigieg total, and now that places Biden in second place for the popular vote. Quarter of the vote is showing that it is in. According to the Associated Press, 27% is in, so slightly different. Elizabeth Warren looking ahead to Super Tuesday adds, "We're looking forward to gaining as many delegates to the convention as we can. There are a lot of states in this country, and nobody wins all of them." Sanders tells this crowd in Norfolk, Virginia. Warren in Houston, "I'll be the first to say that the first 4 contests haven't gone exactly as I'd hoped, but Super Tuesday is 3 days away." Team Buttigieg does not sound like they're bowed by Biden's big night. Mike Bloomberg has not been on the ballot yet, and we look forward to Tuesday. A turning point in this primary was Iowa and it's gone now, there's a new one. A South Carolina political strategist attending Steyer's party said he thought Jim Clyburn's endorsement for Biden this week hurt Steyer more than anyone else. Oh wow, this pulled Trafalgar. I can never really. I don't know if I've ever pronounced it right, but it has actually predicted a pretty good amount of results. So far, it's pretty accurate for South Carolina. Um, it got a couple of the very, like, I think it predicted Trump winning Pennsylvania too in 2016. A couple other things. So usually, well, not usually, but there's a lot of times where it could just get those very tough states correct or unthought of results. I don't know too much about them though, and I don't really see them much on RCP. Warren now about 750 votes away from hitting 10,000. Biden may speak sometime soon. Let's update here. 84,000 now in for Biden. On the Associated Press, Warren over 10,000 votes. 5,000 over 5,000 for Klobuchar, and Gabbard nearing 2,000 votes. I'm surprised Gabbard has not yet dropped out of the race. We'll see if she does tonight or after Super Tuesday or even farther ahead. Both Sarah and Bloomberg have based their strategies on heavy personal spending on ads. One advantage for Bloomberg is his government experience. How is California for Steyer? Not good. 2.7%. Bloomberg's actually doing decent there, but he's not over 15%. He fell a lot after that debate that he was in for the first time. He was at 16.5 and he dropped 6.5 points. Warren doing actually very good, probably after her attacks and criticisms of Bloomberg have propelled her up to second place now. Sanders congratulates Joe Biden on his victory tonight. Now we head to Super Tuesday in Virginia. Biden could actually beat Sanders in popular vote tonight, but be pretty unlikely to happen. Sanders still has a 32,000 vote lead. So that means that Biden would have to take over 85,000 vote lead in the primary. Oh yeah, I also hit 20,000 views total. Actually pretty close to 21 now. We did very good this month. I'll read off the results so far for... Oh no, I just closed my comments. I'll leave that up still. So far this month, we've gained 2,010 views, not counting today, 17 subscribers, as well as we had 6,500 minutes of watch time this month so far. It'll probably slightly bump up after tonight, though. If you're new to the stream, please help me reach 200 subscribers. We were there at one point tonight, but we have since fallen to under, so I'd really appreciate if you helped me reach 200. And make sure you check out the Super Tuesday night coming up in about 3 days from now on the channel. I will be live streaming, and I'll make a prediction beforehand. I'm gonna be right on back in about 3 minutes, so hold on tight. Results slightly coming in so you can watch those. Alright, I am back, and it looks like a lot of new results have come in. 35 now reporting in as well. No county has yet gone to anyone other than Biden. I think this is the closest county, which is 27% for Sanders. Charleston is looking pretty good for Sanders. Because he is way ahead of Steyer there. Steyer's below Elizabeth Warren. And Biden about to hit 100,000 votes. Let's see if there's any new delegates. Not yet. Let's update this. Slightly narrowing. 28,000 total popular vote lead for Sanders. And now Biden is a little less than 1,000 votes away from hitting 100,000. Oh, I should have put a poll up for South Carolina. I did it for Nevada last time. I'll do one for here. I can't really do Super Tuesday. I'll have to do like individual states. Here, yeah. I'll do. Who will win the California Democratic primary? Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden. Actually, currently it's Elizabeth Warren. Secondly, Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, Michael Bloomberg. I don't know, I feel like I spelled Elizabeth Warren wrong. Elizabeth. Yeah, I spelled Elizabeth wrong. And this will go for 3 days, and we'll do 12 hours and 30 minutes. Here, I'll leave this poll in the description to let people vote. So go check that out. Is that right? Yeah. Biden now surpassing 100,000 votes. Sanders looks like he could possibly hit over 20,000 total votes. %42 reporting. Oh, wow. Biden may actually surpass Sanders in total votes. Sanders nearing 200,000 in the popular vote. Tom Steyer nearing 50,000. Let's go to predict it. And Biden has gone slightly back down. What is this? Presidential election odds. Biden looks to fall slightly below 50%, and Sanders nearing 20%. Anyone vote in the... Oh, yeah, someone did vote. Bernie Sanders. I would say Bernie Sanders, I think, would win as well. For California. About half of the vote in. Oh, here we go. More results in. Only, 3 counties have no results reporting. Biden now slightly going over 50% once again. With about 50% reporting. Wait, did that show? Yeah, Biden slightly down, but still way ahead of everyone else. The other county came in. I think is it this one here? So now only 2 remain with no results in yet. Biden, in his victory speech, repeatedly slams Bernie Sanders, if not by name, and his calls for revolution. Americans want more than promises. After congratulating Biden, Sanders pivots to his familiar stump speech, the third time he delivered it today. Is anyone outperforming the current prediction on votes according to taking the average I think Biden will at least get over 40% of the vote, but if you took the polling and took the average difference, this is what it would be. With more states coming in, we get a more understanding of the difference between polls as well as results. If you looked at Nevada, it was way off. You look at Iowa, it was way. So it's just so many radical sides of polling versus predictions, and South Carolina is going to show that too now. So, okay, here we go. More votes coming in, 50%. So, who's pretty low? Tulsi with 5,005 votes. She'll probably about get that 7,205 for Amy Klobuchar. I do not think she'll reach 33,000. I think she'll get about 15, 16, maybe 17,000. 15 for Warren, 21. I think she'll get over 21,000. I think she'll get probably 25, 17,000 for Buttigieg. Wait, was it 70,000? No, 57,000. I don't think so. I think it'll maximum get him to 40,000. Tom Steyer, 27,000, 38,000. I think he'll reach about 42,000, 46,000 for Sanders, 105 for Sanders. I think he'll reach about that, maybe slightly under. 122 for Biden. He'll definitely get over that. He'll probably get about 160, 170,000. Worth remembering that Sanders got 26% of the vote in South Carolina in 2016. He's at 19% right now with 50% of precincts reporting. Counties actually fully in. Okay, Chesterfield. Okay, let's look at the let's take South Carolina last time. Chesterfield was about 22,650 total votes. It's let's see, 1825 plus 537 plus 225 plus 176. So yeah, there has been more turnout in Chesterfield, which is a very small county. Any other counties fully in? Here, Dillon County, 14. More turnout this time as well, probably because there's more candidates on the ballot too. Sanders about to hit 50,000 votes. Amy Klobuchar now nearing 10,000. Gabbard nearing 3,000. Biden talking about Charleston massacre of 2015. Locals remember his visit afterward. Well, he was in mourning too after the death of his son Bayou. Okay, now it's getting. Hold on, let me refresh this just in case. Okay, 6,700 vote difference in the popular vote. I think Biden's gonna take the lead. Buttigieg actually doing pretty decent. Klobuchar nearing 100,000. Warren nearing 100,000. Yang nearing 20,000 even though he dropped out. Gabbard nearing 15. %53 reporting. Pete Buttigieg about to hit 20,000 votes. Tom Steyer over 30,000 votes. Georgetown County, 4,700. So this is about 8,000 votes. Last time it was less than that. So yeah, more turnout. I think Tom Steyer is going to drop out tonight. It is very possible. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. He looks to not be gaining any delegates. He might, but it's pretty low chance at the moment. Is there a thing on Predicted which shows? Let's go here. Bernie Sanders second place. Kamala Harris is right behind him. Finishes top 3. Nothing about it. Let's go back to Predicted. Elizabeth Warren nearing 20,000 total votes. I think Biden may have. It's only 6,000 votes away from going ahead of Sanders in the total popular vote. Klobuchar inching towards 100,000 now. Well, actually, just about to hit 100,000. How do you think tonight's landslide will change the narrative? Well, so far, which if it looks like it will continue as it is, maybe slight percentage differences. I think this shows that Joe Biden has locked down the African American vote. So that means he will win the South, which was being questioned after the first 3 states, but that has shown tonight with South Carolina that Joe Biden does have his grip on this. Well, his campaign is still doing very, very well in the South, which shows a possible contested convention ahead because Sanders is doing very well in the West, and we'll see the Midwest, which I think will lean slightly more Sanders. The Northeast is going to be close as well. Aren't there more candidates now in South Carolina 2020 than instead of 2016? Yes, there is. There was only 2 at the time in South Carolina. This time there's, 8 that are currently in the race still. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total candidates. Primary Democratic. Almost 60% of the vote reporting. This is getting close. Let's go to the presidential race. Republican, so basically Trump is slightly favored to win currently. South Carolina primary winner elected president. 84, so overwhelming no. It's actually slightly higher than I thought for winning the popular votes. Nevada favored Democrat, yeah. Wisconsin pretty favored to the Republican. Oh yeah, isn't like Trump average winning every single Democrat at the moment there? I think so. Pennsylvania split. That's not what I wanted to do. The one on the New York Times. Do you think Super Tuesday... Hold on, I missed like 3 comments. No wonder he took less than 26% last time. There are way more candidates now. Pathetic journalist, and they report only half the truth against Sanders. I think that she was saying, Sanders got 26 and now he's got this much, but it made it look like Sanders doing a lot worse this time, even though that there's a lot more candidates in the race. Do you think Super Tuesday will change significantly after tonight? Well, I forgot. I know that there's a good amount of states. Like I know California's in it, Minnesota, Massachusetts. I'm trying to think. So there's California, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Colorado, Tennessee, Alabama, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Utah, Maine, Vermont, and American Samoa. So now for Biden, he doesn't have to worry about the South because South Carolina was really his test if he was weak there after showing lower results than expected in the other states that have been reported, such as the Iowa and Nevada caucus, as well as the New Hampshire primary. So now Biden doesn't have to worry about the South, set aside Texas, but Texas will be close. Currently, what I believe, Texas will be close. Florida, I'm pretty sure, will now definitely go to Biden. Pete Buttigieg is approaching the stage here to begin with remarks. $3,919 vote difference for the popular vote. And they actually did move Biden over. So basically, Alabama's locked down for Biden. Arkansas. We'll see how North Carolina is. I think it'll go, well, before South Carolina, and when he was polling really low, Joe Biden, I was pretty sure Sanders could have narrowly edged out North Carolina. But since now that South Carolina has reported results, I do see Biden edging out North Carolina, or even getting it by about 6 to 7%. Oklahoma will be close. Tennessee will be close. Texas will be close. Vermont will not be close. Virginia will be close. Lean more towards Biden. Utah will go for Biden, for Sanders most likely. Representative Jim Clyburn's endorsement was crucial for Biden, but earlier today he said Biden's campaign needed retooling. Clyburn is actually the representative, one of the representatives of South Carolina in the, let's get, it looks like somewhat of Charleston. It's got Columbia in it. It's around the middle. Very big Democratic representative there. About 60% reporting. Buttigieg running for president is an exercise in hope that humility, and we have come down south filed with both. Buttigieg, I want to thank the voters of South Carolina, especially black voters who showed the famous Southern hospitality over the last year. Buttigieg, I am proud of the voters we earned, and I am determined to earn every vote on the road ahead. Buttigieg running for president is in. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Just two more of those I didn't read. This count is getting close. Narrowing even further now. There's a bit of a silver lining for Sanders in South Carolina, as the AP Associated Press projects that he will win at least 6 delegates, preventing a Biden shutout. Like I said, Biden did surpass his 38.1% when taking the poll with the average difference, and it looks like he will receive around probably 45 to 55% of the vote, most likely 50%. And we'll see how much it actually comes in. He'll probably get close to 200,000. Biden will probably get up to, Sanders will probably get up to 75,000, 80,000 maybe. Amy Klobuchar about to hit over 10,000 votes. What does Steyer do with his money now? Also worth nothing that Bloomberg spending his far outlives Steyer's. In the comments, I am proud of the voters we earned, and I am determined to earn every vote on the road ahead. In other words, stick it up to the other candidates so no one gets to 1,991. Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be a straight up nominee. I think there is going to be a contested convention unless something drastically changes from coming ahead. If Super Tuesday is as weird as it's been so far, which has been just radically this way or that way, the polls have been like somewhat correct, but not really. And with that, now it looks like there could be some kind of contested convention. We'll see. I think there might be a rule change to favor some kind of establishment candidate, but there's too many establishments running right now. Warren is taking some of the progressive vote away from Sanders. Tulsi's also taking somewhat, not really. Klobuchar, Tom Steyer, Pete Buttigieg, and Joe Biden, as well as Bloomberg, all running for the moderate vote. So we got 5 running on the moderate, the liberal vote, and then 3 running on the progressive voters. There we go. A lot of votes just came in. And I think that now puts Biden ahead of Sanders in popular vote. And it does. Only one county has no results, And Steyer actually has over 20% of the vote in Orangeburg County. There we go. About 50% still vote for Biden. People do we have currently watching? We have 2. If you're new to the stream, please go subscribe, like the videos, also hit the notification bell. I think I'm going to be finishing up the stream about 20 minutes, maybe a little later than that. We're having only a few people watching now, and it looks like Biden did win, and we're basically just waiting on the final results, and then delegate counts. Steyer spent $192 million on ads across television, radio, digital during his campaign, including $22.4 million on TV in South Carolina. 2/3 of the vote in now. Leadership. Almost 70%, about 70% of the vote in now. Any new delegate updates? Nope, 25-6. Amy Klobuchar has surpassed 10,000 votes, and Tulsi Gabbard has now surpassed 4,000. And 100,000 total votes for Klobuchar now. Biden now leads by 9,000 votes in the popular votes, and leads almost 100,000 votes in South Carolina. Tom Steyer wait, did he drop out? Hold on, let me just check just in case, because there may be some news on that if he does pretty soon. Tom Steyer. It's billionaire Thomas quits the Democratic he quits the race. He dropped out. So now we're down to 7 total candidates in the race. Let's just check. Tulsi, she might have. Falls far short. Let's see. Other candidates, I don't think Amy Klobuchar would have dropped out, but we'll see. So I suppose. Actually, let's just do 2020 Democratic primary. Fine, it's president. Look at the map already. There's 3 different things on there. Wonder if Steyer will actually endorse anyone. Does Steyer endorse? He is really supportive of Sanders, and does he start spending on someone else's behalf in the primary? Peters finishes his speech and is going to take questions from the crowd. This is rather unusual for a primary night event, to say the least. Almost all the votes in Charleston. Biden now nearing 200,000 votes. It's possible that he does break through. Well, I think he actually could for sure. Former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe endorses Joe Biden for president. That will probably help him in Virginia coming up on Super Tuesday has Virginia, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. %70 reporting. Tim Kaine endorsed Joe Biden. Okay, I think I heard that too. What's predict it looking like now? I'll go check. Let's refresh. Before it was 55.28, 55.29, roughly the same. Actually, I think, yeah, Kentucky is now trending towards Biden. Clinton is in fourth for a chance of winning the Democratic nomination. Steyer, I said that if I don't see a path to winning, I would suspend my campaign, and I honestly don't see a path. How many votes I said for? I did a Democratic election. Oh no, that's the trailer. Where is it? Election night. Because I had total votes and predictions 70,000. I said for Steyer, and he received 61. I was only 8,500 votes off. I think I'm going to be getting off in about 10 minutes now. Results kind of stalled, and the stream only has a couple people watching left. $125 playbacks, 5 minutes average is pretty good. If you had 2.5 hours, we'll have for the stream. Oh, we got some new delegates, 27 with 7. So now 27 and 7 leaves 20 delegates in toss-up. Biden is 10 behind Sanders now. Joe Biden's going to be the nominee for sure after tonight. Well, the South, you can't say that yet, really. We have to see. I think the Northeast and the Midwest is going to be a toss-up, kind of. Set aside, like, Vermont and probably Maine. But this area is going to be, I think, the decider. And the super delegates, I think the West is already looking at Biden as Sanders. And Texas, I'm pretty sure is going to be a toss-up. But the South, this kind of area, is going to be definitely for Biden now after tonight. It's still definitely possible for Biden to gain the nomination. Sanders could gain the nomination. I don't think really anyone else can at the moment, unless like Bloomberg does just like really good on Super Tuesday, like gets 80% of the delegates or something crazy like that, or some other candidate does very good. But I wouldn't really say Biden's the winner, is going to win the nomination just yet. I would say wait on the Midwest as well as the Northeast first. %72 reporting now. getting off in about 5 minutes from now. Texas and Oklahoma are going to go for Biden. If you win a state, that doesn't mean you're going to win every delegate. I think Texas is a toss-up. I think Oklahoma, at this moment now, is a toss-up. I was saying lean Sanders before, but I would say now it's a toss-up. I said lean for Texas for Sanders last time. Now I see it as a toss-up. If Biden wins it, I think it's going to be close. Steyer still has $6 million worth of television ads booked through Super Tuesday. That's all likely to come down. But I still see, I think he could definitely win Texas and Oklahoma. But it's like, how many delegates is he going to receive? How many other delegates are other candidates going to receive? And if it's very divided, I think, like how it's been now, even though South Carolina is definitely going to go overwhelmingly for Biden, Nevada went overwhelmingly for Sanders. It's just all balancing each other out. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a contested convention. Iowa was ridiculously close. Nevada was, not Nevada, New Hampshire, that wasn't predicted to happen either. Well, it was predicted for Sanders overwhelmingly, but Buttigieg did very well too, and Klobuchar did very well. So, like, right now, polls are just like, no one really knows which way it's going to go. But if polls are correct in, let's say, California, which has Sanders up 18 points, that'll be very, very hard for Biden. If he gains 0 delegates, like right now he's polling below 15, I think he'll gain delegates. I think he'll reach about around 15, 16, 17%. But if he doesn't, that will be very bad for him there. Bloomberg is splitting taking away a lot of his support, as well as Buttigieg. They almost have the same percentage, and Klobuchar on the rise. Well, now 2.7% is up. It's not that, it's an amount, but it's not that much. $17,000 total vote lead in the popular vote, but 102,000 for Biden lead in South Carolina. That's ridiculously high. Is there more? Hold on. More delegate. Well, CNN showing 8 and 26. I'll just add the one more for Sanders, let's just say, just to get rid of some more of the delegates. Because CNN is, well, actually, and 7, because the Associated Press is not yet given Sanders 8. The same for California. 227 for Sanders. 90. I think Warren's going to get more than 55. She's been doing pretty well there in the polling. Texas, very close, like I was saying. North Carolina, pretty close. Virginia, close. Massachusetts, Sanders. I don't think he'll win it by that much. I think, Minnesota for Klobuchar, Colorado for Sanders, Tennessee for Biden. Yeah, I could see it. Alabama for Biden. Yeah. Oklahoma for Biden, very slightly. It's like a three-way race there right now. And I think, actually, Bloomberg's leading in polling there. Yeah, let's go to, let's go polls. I think Oklahoma was pretty recently on here. Oklahoma, Biden +1, Bloomberg +6. I don't know why they have. I don't think Sanders is that low, because if both Biden and Bloomberg are that high, I think they're splitting the vote. But in Texas, where's Texas? Texas. Sanders is an average 8-point lead at the moment. Bloomberg's just taking a lot away from Biden, and it's helping Sanders. %, reporting now, with Biden about to hit over 200,000 votes. I'll go for a little bit longer, and then I'll end the stream, because it looks like some votes are actually coming in. If you're new to the channel, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos come out. The update on the Associated Press, no. Here we go, slightly more votes in, 3,000 away from hitting 200,000. Sanders probably get close to 100,000 votes. Dropping out allows Steyer to avoid a big loss in his own state of California. On Tuesday, he was the last candidate standing who called the West home. I think I also did predict on my election night that Steyer drops out right after South Carolina. But I also did predict Tulsi Gabbard to drop out after New Hampshire, but that didn't happen. Jenny, do you think Steyer has any home state aspirations? Is he avoiding a big loss in California with an eye on a future California run? Oh, I think I said Sanders for some reason. It's Steyer. I don't know if I said Sanders or Steyer. 29.3 lead for Biden. Right? Well, that's what I read in my comments. 85% reporting. Wow, I was actually expecting a couple of counties to at least go to Sanders or Steyer, but well, maybe Bamberg, but I don't think so. If every other one is gone for Biden, I'm pretty sure this one's gonna go for him too. Biden over 200,000 votes now there. Which now means he leads 33,000 in the average popular votes. How many people voted in California last time? RIP TK, the following tributes. Thomas Steyer. Let's go California, go to the Democrats. Okay, yeah, this is where there's going to be a lot of voting here, as well as in Texas. Let's go to Texas. What was the vote last time there, too? 1.7 million almost. Oh, wrong state. Five tributes remaining. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Peter Buttigieg. Joe Biden is hovering at 50% in the seven-way race, while outperforming his polling with 80% of the vote in. Elizabeth Warren, Michael Bloomberg. Who else is there? There's Tulsi. She's still running him, I think. Tulsi, as well as. Is that all now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's supposed to be 7. Biden, Sanders, Klobuchar, and Gabbard. Unless Gabbard dropped out, Klobuchar dropped out. I didn't see anything on that. If you're new to the channel, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. We're only 2 subscribers away from hitting 200 subscribers, so please go do that right now. Any other updates? Nope. I'm gonna end it off now in about 5 more minutes. Once again, results stalled, and we only have a few more people watching left. as well as I've been streaming for about over 2.5 hours. South Carolina is almost like Nevada, but the first and second place switch around. Is it? I forgot. What was the percent in? I know Nevada went for Nevada primary result. It's caucus, but it's whatever. 46-24. Oh yeah, that's actually really. We'll switch Buttigieg with Elizabeth Warren and switch Elizabeth Warren with Tom Steyer. Unless, yeah. But yeah, it was pretty close, just first and second place switch. I already read that. Steyer just, I know, I saw that. I don't think anyone else has dropped out. Ends campaign after Biden win. I know he was really banking on South Carolina. Let's see, Tulsi. I'm pretty sure she's still in the race. Yeah, nothing out. Let's say drop out. No. Amy Klobuchar. She's getting pressured, but she is not dropped out. So yeah, we're down to 7 candidates. Couple more results. Sanders actually could reach 100,000. It'll be pretty close though. Might be like plus or minus 5,000 around that. Peaked at about 9 people tonight, and we're currently down to 3. I'm gonna be ending it off here. If you have not done so yet, please go subscribe, like the video, as well as hit the notification bell. Thank you to everyone who has watched the stream. Make sure you check out Super Tuesday. I'm going to be live streaming it. I'm going to put some polls up on my Twitter, so go vote in that, as well as check out the stream. And goodbye.